All praises due to the Most High, family. We back with another Acres anime review. I just finished watching episode 8 of The Water Magician. And man, I thought this episode was going to be a massive, epic battle. But Rio is too strong. So, okay, let's get into it. So last episode ended with Rio busting through the ceiling. And everybody's like, what? Where'd you come from? And so we have that explained in this episode. So basically, I think her name is Natalie. Basically, the girl that was outside of the dungeon monitoring like the mana activity, Abel had told her, hey, if you're ever in a situation where you can't reach me, go find Rio. And y'all, I mean, that was the only thing that saved everybody who did make it. We learned some people did not survive this dungeon incident. That's the only thing that saved Abel and them and the rest of everybody that survived. So what does this girl do? She goes and she runs around town to find Rio. And Rio knows off rip. He's like, all right, Abel's in trouble. He's like, we got to talk and walk. Let's go. We got to move. So because we don't know what's going on in the dungeon, we do have some people securing the entrance. But Abel's like, I don't have time to talk. They try to tell him, hey, man, you can't just come up in the dungeon. But Rio's like, I don't got time to talk. So he just puts up an ice wall to keep them from stopping him. He runs in. And he uses his water jet spell to carve out a hole in the floor. And so that's why he popped down through the ceiling in the last episode. Now, we expect it because we have a demon prince in our midst, right? And Abel is really thinking, oh man, I'm gonna make a final stand here so that hopefully either we get saved or like my team can escape somehow. So Abel's going into this engagement thinking, I'm not gonna survive this. That's when Rio pops through and interrupts the whole thing. So I'm expecting an epic fight. But again, Rio's too strong and overwhelmed this thing. And that's important in a second, right? So first move, he really one-shot this. I think this is the first time. Nah, he used the sword earlier against Leonore, the Akuma that he fought. But you know, this is a rare instance where Rio uses his sword and his sword play skill. So the demon prince comes at Rio. Rio really dodges and slashes his whole head off at the same time on some demon slayers type stuff. But then the demon prince regenerates. He picks up his head and then reattaches it. So then Rio's like, oh, okay, let's test your regenerative ability. And then he just sliced and diced him with, like, I believe it was 256 water jets, which I think that's the most we've seen him use at once. And he literally diced the demon prince up and even destroyed the magic stone. So like, we can't even get a reward for defeating this guy. But the reward is saving everybody. And then Abel, because he's like trying to thank Rio over and over and over again. And Rio's a cool, chill guy. So he's like, hey man, just buy me some curry. You know, just tell me where the best curry in town is so I can get my eat on. And Abel's like, wow, I mean, that's simple. All right, say less. Like, thank you. Boom. So then we get out the dungeon. We did have a little cutscene of some hero. I forgot the hero's name, but it was a group. It was like a party, and they were trying to summon the Demon Lord, I guess, but Leonore shows up. And they think that she's the Demon Lord. And I guess she kind of hinted that she's actually stronger than the Demon Lord, because she one-shotted the hero. He didn't stand a chance. Absolutely did not stand a chance. She's actually upset. She's like, oh, I was hoping that you would put up a better fight. And then she starts reminiscing about her fight with Rio. And the hero on some arrogant type stuff. Leonore told her, wow, you're really not that strong. I was hoping that you would entertain me like this other person. And then the hero replies, there's a human stronger than me? And Leonore says, well, he's like 1,000 times stronger than you. No cap. So I thought that was a weird reply from him, because this is after he got his butt whooped. Anyway, so she leaves with the stone that they used to try to summon the Demon Lord. And she said, but on her way out, she said that if the team worked together, that they might actually be able to defeat the Demon Lord. So that to me says that she's obviously stronger than a Demon Lord. And then when Rio popped up, they explained to him that what they were fighting was the Demon Prince, but his guard, his soldiers, they were devils. And so if you remember the last review, I was talking about there might be a distinction between devil and Akuma is just Japanese for devil. And so Rio starts pondering as well. He's like, oh, well, Leonore said she identified as an Akuma and these are devils. So he's trying to figure out what the distinction is there too. Anyhow, we get out of the dungeon, and the guildmaster's kind of mad at Rio because he's not understanding Rio saved the day. He's mad at Rio. He's like, hey man, why would you just run in the dungeon when the guards were trying to stop you? And then, oh boy, one of these royal investigators, he's some official that's visiting us. I forget his name, but the older dude. He's like, hey, dang, what's the guildmaster's name? I'm watching too many anime. I can't get these names straight. He tells the guildmaster, he's like, hey, chill out on Rio. He really saved the day. Come walk with me, talk with me. Let me break down what happened to you. And then they get to talking hey, Rio is so strong. We don't want to piss him off. Nobody can do anything to stop him. B, we don't want the royal bureaucrats, the aristocrats, to really discover Rio. So let's not put him in the report. Let's not even include his name. Those were really the 2 points of their conversation. Hey, let's not get on the bad side of this guy. Let's not make enemies of him. And let's not tell the bureaucrats and aristocrats anything about it. So they agree on that. What else? Okay, now here was a cool part of the episode. So Rio, he was training with his fellow rookies from the dorm. They were doing stamina training on a little run, but he smokes them into town. They're dragging butt, and he basically stumbles upon the curry shop that he was looking for. He smells the curry while he's walking in town. He finds Sarah. They enjoy some curry together. They're low-key kind of a cute couple. And basically they end up having a sparring bout. And Sarah's probably the second strongest character she might have been able to defeat that Demon Prince also. She really beat Rio in this sparring match, but Rio didn't go all out. But she won, definitely. And then she mentioned that she's half fairy, so that's why she's familiar with the Fairy King. And Rio tells her, well, the Fairy King trained me and gave me my clothes. So there's definitely a connection more to build there. We end the episode with Rio leaving. The guildmaster picks him up and basically asks him as a punishment, hey man, I got a job for you. I need you to guard these merchants to and fro on to a town and then back, and so that's his punishment.